Good morning. This is the video for Math Lesson 117 for May 5th. All right, our first question is about different shapes. I've drawn them here. It wants you to write the 3D shape for a cylinder, a baseball, a dice, and a shoebox. So this is 3D, so we're not looking for triangle, circle, square, or rectangle. We're looking for cone, cube, rectangular prism, sphere, cylinder, triangular prism, the 3D shapes. So the first one is a paper towel, second one is a baseball, the next one is a dice, and the next one is a shoebox. So go ahead and fill those in. Number 2, it wants us to reduce the fraction 5/15. So I'm going to look at this and I'm going to think, okay, can 2 go into these? What factors do I have? So I have 5 and 15. 5 is a prime number. That means only 2 factors, 1 and itself, so 1 and 5. So 1 would just leave our fraction the same as it is now, so let's try dividing these by 5. 5 goes into 5 how many times? And I'll write that here. And then 5 goes into 15 how many times? And then I'd write that here for your reduced fraction. All right, number 3. Again, if I'm going too fast, go ahead and pause the video and work out the problem and then press play again. So on number 3, we have 328,496,175 is the number we're going to be working with. And it says which digit is in the 10 millions place in this number. So we know we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions. So which digit is in the 10 millions place? Is right there. All right, number 4. We'll be adding decimals. So we have 4 and 36 hundredths plus 12 and 7 tenths plus 10 and 72 hundredths. All right. Now, many of you in my class know that I like to put zeros in our empty spots to help us keep everything lined up. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some zeros here. I'm actually going to switch to my black marker because my blue one is running out. So I'm going to plug in some zeros here just to help us keep everything lined up. The other thing I like to do is think of this as money. So it's going to look like $4.36, $12.70, $10.72. Now the problem isn't money, so we don't need to label it, but if I think of it like money, it seems to go better. All right, so let's go ahead and add up our columns. 6 plus 2, 3 plus 7 plus 7, 4 plus 2 plus 0, and 1 plus 1. So go ahead and fill those in. I'll start here. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 7 is 10, plus 7 is 17. Put my decimal, carry my 1. Then I'll let you finish out this problem. So go ahead and press pause, finish adding it up, and enter your answer. And I'll move on to number 5. Number 5, we will be adding 2 fractions. We have 5/9 plus 5/9. So it wants us to make sure that our answer is a proper fraction. So let's go ahead and add this up. So we'll just move our denominator right over when we're adding. So our denominator is 9. So 5 plus 5 is 10. Now that's an improper fraction because our numerator, the number on top, is bigger than our denominator, the number on bottom. So I know that 9/9 equals 1. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract that from here and know that I'm starting with one whole number. So again, when we're subtracting, we move our denominator right over. So we have 1, make that a little bit bigger. Then you can go 10 minus 9, and that'll tell us the number, our numerator. So 10 minus 9 equals what? Because this 9/9 becomes our 1. Okay, so there's number 5. Go ahead and finish that problem out while I move to number 6. We're going to add another set of fractions. We have 11/12 plus 1/12 equals what? So again, our denominator comes right over, and then we'll go 11 plus 1 equals. Now this again is an improper fraction, 12 out of 12. If I have a pie cut into 5 pieces or into 12 pieces and I eat all 12 pieces, I ate one whole pie. So 12 out of 12 pieces is the one whole pie. So 1 is our answer. All right, number 7, we're going to be doing multiplication. 570 times 64. All right, let's go ahead and multiply this. So 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 7 is 28. Carry my 2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 is 22. Now I'll go ahead and start with my 0 because now we're going to be multiplying by 60. So to keep it just by 6, I start with a 0. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 7 is 42. So I write my 4, carry my 2. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 4 is 34. All right, now I have my two numbers. I have 2,280 plus 34,600, or 34,200. So I can go ahead and add those together. You can do that. Go ahead and pause the video and finish the equation and enter in your answer. I'll move to number 8. Hassanah built a square frame using pieces of wood, but when he leaned against it, the frame shifted to this shape. What word does not name this shape? So our shape is this shape. So we can look that it has 4 sides. And so 4 is can also be called a quad. So there's a hint. That's one shape it could be called. Now our lines are parallel, so that is a hint to another shape that it can be called. Now our options include trapezoid, rhombus, parallelogram, quadrilateral. We've already been through 2 of them. Now remember, on a rhombus, all sides need to be the same length. Now in the diagram on the lesson, it is a square, not a rectangle like the one I drew here. So all sides would be the same length. So it would also be called a rhombus. So the last one is a trapezoid. Do you think this could be a trapezoid? So go ahead and fill that in while I move to number 9. Number 9 is 3,731 divided by 7. Okay, so I know 7 can't go into 3, so I can put a 0 there. 7 into 37 is 5. 7 times 5 is 35. So I'll subtract, and I have 2 left, and bring down my 3. So 7 goes into 23 3 times, which is 21. I subtract, and I get 2, and I bring down my 1. 7 goes into 21 3 times, 21, subtract, and I have no remainder. So there's our long division. All right, go ahead and enter in all your answers, press submit, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope you're doing well and your families are happy and healthy. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.